Just I don't think Stalin is on.
Oh, it's on. And we are live as well. Okay, thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are calling from. And welcome to Heroes Webinar. We do this every Sunday, same time. You are most welcome. A big welcome to our LC members in the house and our Heroes team leaders and all our Tech Pro brothers. We are welcome. On behalf of MFA, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone that make it possible to attend our inauguration day yesterday. We say a big thank you for our organizers, the leaders, everyone. We say thank you to everyone. So we're about to start without further ado. My name is Joycelyn Dovo from Manchester, UK. We call on our big brother, Brother Ray, to give us updates.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Great to be here in this Heroes webinar once again. I do like the Sunday Night Heroes, and even though I try and take Sunday off, I'm always here because I love it so much. So what a week. Do you know something? I do these updates regularly on Heroes and also during the lives that I do on a regular basis throughout the week for ONPASSIVE. And the one word I have been saying for a while now and reiterating to you guys as well is we are moving very fast. Never have I seen things moving so fast as they are this week. Obviously, I updated you last week. Normally, I probably go over in depth one of the corporate webinars or something that's happened within the week. But to be absolutely honest with you, there is so much I could go over in depth. I would be here much longer than this webinar is. So I'm going to go, as I do on a Saturday with my lives, with the week in review. And we're going to go over a few things. And even from when I did the week in review on Saturday, just in 2 days, so much has happened from the two webinars that we have seen yesterday and today. So let's go all the way back then to Monday. And what happens on a Monday now in ONPASSIVE land, we get the new websites. And again, Mondays was absolutely fabulous. We've had the new navigation that is there. You can turn this on and off. What does it do? It auto navigates. This means that every 3 seconds or so, it will flick a full page up. Okay, so that you can sit there and off it goes, up and down. Not only that, if you hover in one area, it will also scroll left to right. If you've noticed, the new websites that we are getting have on the front top banner, have a full loaded moving video that is on there permanently. That is continuous, and over the top of that video is all of the information that is scrolling across your eyes. It is a feast, a buffet for your eyes, this new websites that we are seeing. Different colors, different formats, different textures are being integrated on every single one. When are we getting them? Roughly speaking, every 72 hours. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we are getting these new websites. But even more now has come to light. What is happening now? They are going back and they are upgrading the old links, the old websites that we have within the link section of our back office. And they are started with link number 69. So if you can remember that far back to link number 69, we're on 83 at the moment. If you notice, they have revamped the old link number 69. And my belief is that they are going to continue to work their way through the old links to upgrade them to a standard that is appropriate with the new website formats that we are seeing right now. So that happened on Monday. Tuesday was, sorry, and also on Monday, I had my Monday Fun Day. Instead of having my wife, Jane Redfern, on there with me, we had Chris Johnson. He popped on and he did a fantastic standing job. But even more than that, We had a couple of gate crashers as well, Marty DeGarmo being one of them, and Rob and Lynn from the Rob Lynn show at midnight, they popped on as well. Good fun, lots of updates, and it really was a good fun day. Tuesday came and went, not much happened on Tuesday. I did a live and Marty did as well, just how things were moving and what we had as far as the background was concerned. Wednesday, again, another new website, plus we had the ONPASSIVE 360 that was on there as well. That was very, very interesting, very informative. We had a couple of updates from CEO as well, and the main one for that was that it was going to be a corporate webinar on the next day, on Thursday. Now, I said on my live on Thursday morning that I thought we were going to get some really, really good updates. Why did I think that? Because he had given us 3 or 4 backdrops and adverts to post out across social media so that founders knew exactly when it was going to be. We also had the emails very early on for inviting us to the corporate webinar and founders only meeting. And also it was posted within the update section within the back office what was going on. So I kind of got a bit of a vibe that there was going to be some very, very interesting updates and news on the corporate webinar on Thursday. Remember, this is the second week in a row that we had a corporate one. And when I say things are moving fast, they are moving at almost lightning speed at the moment. It's almost hard to keep up with how much information we are getting on a daily basis. So Thursday came and I did the live warm-up for it, and Marty did his, and then we had the corporate webinar on Thursday night, and boy, did it not disappoint. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Why did I love it so much? Because I felt we really are now moving into the next stage as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. Now, over the last 4 years or so, we have been building ONPASSIVE with the idea, with the dream, with the entrepreneurship of like-minded people of what we are trying to achieve. On Thursday, I really got the feel that, listen, guys, we need to start looking and acting like a proper business. You know, this is the feel that I got. We are now a business that needs to be perceived by the general public as a proper professional business. And this is why Mohammed Kamal came on, gave his advice as far as things are concerned, to point us all in that one direction. It is now time to go out there and say, we are a serious business. This is not Mickey Mouse. This is not ideas. This is not a fly-by-night of anything. We are on the cusp of launching as a customer-based business, and we are serious about what we are going to do in all aspects. That is ourselves, that is as ourselves as founders, but also the company and the corporate part of it. That needs to be taken control of. So everything, if it has the corporate in per se badge on it, has to be documented correctly. It has to go through the right legal channels for anybody to put that corporate tag on anything they are doing. So I absolutely loved it. Also on the top of that, I won't mention it here, but if you are a founder, you can go into your back office. There's a written recap. I actually did a recap on my YouTube channel, and there's also the recording of the meeting itself, full of golden nuggets. If you do not know where we are in the launching process from what was said on Thursday, then I suggest you go and re-listen to the recording. It gave the best timeline of where we are at. Okay, again, I'm not going to mention on here because it's a public forum, but it is very safe to say that it is imminent. Okay, everything is pointing towards that. As our CEO said, all roads lead to Rome. Okay, everything that is happening now is all pointing towards ONPASSIVE. Any way that you look on the internet, all points towards ONPASSIVE. Everything has been done by design. Everything has been scheduled for the right timings. And now really is the right time for where we are at. So that came and went. Friday, I did a recap of what happened on Thursday night. And also, I forgot to say, on Thursday night as well, Rob Lynn did their nightly chat, and Marty and Chris and myself, we gate crashed that at 5 a.m. for UK time. And guess who else popped on as well? Yep, Ash Mufareh. And again, lots of bombs were dropped on that show as well. You know, every single time that we see our CEO now, and actually our COO, Mohammed Kamal, there is always a lot more information that we did not know beforehand. This came to fruition because not only did we do the recap on Friday, and then we had Friday Night Live, but then on Saturday, yesterday, was the MFA first inaugural meeting, which was a missionary for Africa, which was absolutely fantastic, very well attended, very well organized. Again, it was a very emotional meeting for all sorts of reasons, not necessarily because it was an Africa meeting, but because of what the whole ethos and idea of what people are trying to do within Africa for their own continent. You know, it was really inspiring, and it really does go hand in hand with what ONPASSIVE is all about. You know, ONPASSIVE itself has not just turned into a business, it's turned into a movement that people can use for the good and benefit of their own communities, countries, and even continents, as we saw yesterday. Again, our CEO came on. Again, he dropped an awful lot of bombs about what his goals are going to be as far as what he wants to try and achieve in Africa. Mohammed Kamal said very similar things as well. Why is he telling us these things? Why? Because they are all attainable. Nothing that he says is far away from anything being done or attained within these countries, within these continents. Why? Because remember, everything to do with ONPASSIVE is not done because of money. It is done because of heart. It is done because of the value and the change that we are trying to do as a company, as a group, as a movement. And this is why we are all stronger together. Like-minded people can move mountains. And I think this is so true as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. Again, today, another meet and greet, this time in Pakistan. And this time again, our CEO came on to give his words of wisdom. So when I say things are moving very, very quickly, I am not exaggerating. We have a leader who gives his time tirelessly and freely to us as founders to support everything that we are doing. Not only is he working 24/7 himself, but also the staff in Hyderabad are doing exactly the same thing, all for the good and benefit of the company and us, the foundership. We are moving very fast, guys, towards all of our goals. Our goals are obviously individually different, but the common goal is to have a company that is going to launch as a customer-based business with one of the biggest shakeups of the internet that I can foresee happening. It is the beginning of the next chapter. I would imagine within the next couple of weeks, we are going to see even more progress towards that goal that we have ever seen. So make sure you are plugged in. Make sure you are keeping an eye on everything that is going on, whether it be in the back office, whether it be through myself, Marty, or Chris Johnson. And we will certainly bring you up to date as soon as we know anything. Anyway, that's it for me. Jocelyn, back to you.
Thank you very much, big brother. I don't know how you do it, but it's like I was just watching you, listening to you, and you didn't miss anything Thank you very much. That was a wonderful update. Thanks, big bro. Well, Mr. Comfort, I don't know if you noticed, you got all your 4 brothers in the house, Old Tech brothers. Yeah, Old Tech Pro brothers, the 4 of them are in the house. So it's time to listen to the Old Tech Pro brothers, Brother Bob, Brother Oliver, Brother Collins, and Brother Vincent. Over to you.
All right. Good afternoon. Greetings from Bel Air. This is your brother Bob. It's good to be here. Thank you, Mr. Red, for that very detailed daily rendition of what happened in the last week. We really appreciate you for all what you do for us as well. Thank you for also being at the MFA yesterday. Thank you to all the members who are here, I see Brother Marty, Tony, all the leaders. It's just beautiful to see you. Andy, Mr. John Barilla, Auntie Lynn. I mean, you name it, everybody's here. So it's a pleasure. A beautiful Sunday as well out here in Bel Air, Maryland. Before I just want to also say that I really want to congratulate us, the MFA board, for a well thought out and well executed program yesterday. I believe that's one of the best rollout of a mission or a project that I've seen before. And I'm glad that our CEO also graced the occasion with our CEO, Mr. Mohammed Kamal. Thank you to all the leaders, to Sister Corinne from Switzerland for all the management, the coordination, Sister Comfort, Joycelyn, Brother Michael, the visionary, my brothers Oliver and Collins and Vincent, Macien, Frank, all those in the board who actually, the steering committee that pushed it out, that was really, really well thought out. And Sister Rose and my sister from Kenya, her name just
Gladys.
My Gladys. It's Gladys that I'm trying to think. Sister Gladys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. If we Apostle the Apostle Sam, if we look at the core value, what we wrote, what we told the world yesterday about the core value and the mission and the vision of ONPASSIVE, and if we adhere to it, indeed, we can really uplift and light up Africa through ONPASSIVE. So thank you all. I was going to talk about the website, but Mr. Red just gave us everything about our website, and I want to encourage all of us, each and every one of us, to look at the websites every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Our tech guys and girls in Hyderabad are doing a wonderful job. I think it's also our duty to also compliment them by going there every day, every month when they have a new release, to check it. By doing so, we're also hitting the website and then also doing some kind of testing. So if we go click here, go to the blog, just click around to see what is being done. It is beautiful. That's something that we in the industry, every iteration, every version that comes out blows our minds. So I think it's also a good thing for us to compliment them by going to the website and seeing. And then also one thing, also bear in mind that this is what your shop, your website is going to look like at the end of the day. So if you're building a house or a massive, nice, beautiful 21st century building, won't you go there every day to check out how it is, how the work is being done? So, this is what it is. These websites that are developing every day, that's where our products are going to lie, where our customers are going to be coming to buy our products. So I advise all of us to go take a look at them, especially when those releases are being done. Mr. Ash called on us, the tech brothers, to explain a little bit about what he talked about, concurrency. I think my brothers talked about it a little bit last week, just to explain it in simple terms so that our founders could understand what he means by concurrency. Remember, every time that Mr. Ash, he comes out and he talks about we're going to build, deploy, stabilize, and then scale. We're going to build every version or every iteration of the code, that every change that is being made is going to be deployed to that development environment, that pre-production environment that is being tested. Well, once it is deployed, we want to make sure the system is stabilized. Make sure all the integration, of the entire system is whole. It holds. We want to also make sure that our database carries this information and there's no latency. Meaning that, remember, sometimes when the system is slow, when you click on something, it is being slow before it loads. That's later. So he wants to make sure the system stabilizes. before we scale up. So the by concurrency is just telling us that, especially in the case of O Connect, we have each user account can have, for last week, it was 1,000 sessions, concurrent sessions, that each user can launch a session that can have 1,000 users using at that moment, concurrently logging in. But for the next week or so, that is going to go up to 30,000. So it's going to scale it up. So after the system has stabilized, we're going to push it up. It's going to scale it up now. It's going to go to 30,000. But the ultimate goal is for an unlimited scalability. So at some point, it's going to be unlimited because everything within ONPASSIVE is unlimited. So we just wanted to let you guys know that all what he's trying to say that he's going to push it up until it gets to that point where it is unlimited. Be it O-Mail, O-Connect, I mean, everything about ONPASSIVE is unlimited. So that concurrency, that's just in a nutshell what he's talking about. And then briefly, one thing that also caught my attention when he spoke to us on Thursday, we're not going to go into details, but we saw the display of some of our products like O-Mail. I mean, it's just breathtaking. We don't have anything like that in the industry, but we have multiple products. We are going to be launching with multiple products, more than what we thought, right? Some of them are free, but remember that Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, they're all free. But that's the brilliance of Ash Mufareh. He's coming in with these products that are free. He's even adding in Oplay. I'm going to call Oplay, which is a new gaming system that the whole world is going to use at some point. And we thought initially that it was going to be just for the Indian folk, but now it's going to the whole world. And that's just shortly after the World Cup starts. So guess what? Each user that is going to use that product, that's going to download it on their phone, is going to need to do their KYC and also have some kind of a wallet activated with it to connect it with it, so that you can get paid, because Oplay pays the players who use it to play. So that just gives us an idea of the skill and the brilliance of Mr. Ash Mufareh in his marketing strategy, the campaign that he's going to unleash to the world. In our in the Heroes Sister group, the O Winners, this week, we talked about your blesser. You know, we now talk more. We are now talk more from a motivational standpoint. We talked of our blesser, because we have done what we need to do. Most of us, every single founder here who is here, is interested in building their teams. They have spread the word about ONPASSIVE. Now we are moving to the next phase, like Mr. Red said. But when we are all long gone, maybe in the next 50 years, 100 years, when we're gone, our children's children, they're going to reflect back on what we've done. They're going to look at ONPASSIVE. They're going to look at us when we come to their remembrance, in their memories. They're going to look at us in wonderment. Where and how did we get this information? It is information that has driven us to be where we are. And I refer to one of the key drivers, the key things that made me actually look at ONPASSIVE from a totally different light was a subject, something that I read several years ago from a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad from a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. In that book, Mr. Kiyosaki is a very serious guy. He makes predictions. He's an economist. He's an investor. He talks to presidents. He's everywhere. He gives speeches at universities around the world. Kiyosaki says that in this our time, the time that we are right now, that it is information that is going to determine those who own the wealth. So those of us who have decided to bless other people with this information, the single most important person in our lives right now, all of us, every single one of us here, the single most important person is the person who gave you this information of ONPASSIVE, your blesser. We should love them. We should respect them. We should admire them. We should support them. We should actually have reverence for them. Because our lives are going to change in the next few weeks at a scale that we've never imagined. But it's all thanks to them. So let us always appreciate and love those who gave us this information that we sit on today And in the next few weeks, we're going to be very happy about it. Let us stay plugged in. You know, like Mr. Red said, let us all stay plugged in. Do not be left behind. Do not leave yourself behind. Yes, Mr. Ash Mufareh has said that no one is going to be left behind. ONPASSIVE is going to carry all of us behind his back, and you know, he's going to do everything that he needs to do. The system is set up that way it's automated to work for you and everything. But there are some things that we all need to do. Each and every one of us will have a duty to go to the back office and also send broadcast emails to our team so that they know to be plugged in. And like my brother Collins, he puts it more succinctly than I do. So ONPASSIVE is not going to leave you behind, but you could leave yourself behind. Because when the time comes, Mr. Ash had told us that several times, in several occasions, that things are going to move fast, very fast. If you stay behind, there will be a day where you come, you might be a day late when you come to your back office, you go, you stay for a couple of weeks to come back, everything is gone. ONPASSIVE is not going to wait for you. We're not going to wait for those who are lagging behind. You don't have time to go do your KYC. You don't have time to, you know, activate your account and stuff like that. The system is going to progress and it's going to move forward. So let each and every one of us stay plugged in. Let our teams plug in, because we are at that critical moment now where things are moving very fast. And lastly, I want to thank my friend and brother Andy Bex. Maybe in the last 2 months ago, you gave a very, 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 very important information and idea here about us keeping track of our spam, those who send us the spam emails. I have done so. I have more than 1,000 of those emails just waiting to use them when we go live, to send them back to these users. And most of those spam emails are resellers, are marketers. So if we all can keep track of those, just create a folder and just dump it in there. When that time comes, you send them all your ONPASSIVE information, all your links to them, and tell them about ONPASSIVE. And somebody asked us that question, I think it was at Friday Night Live, and I gave that answer. Thanks to you, Andy. So thank you very much. And I'll send it back to you, Sister Jocelyn.
Thank you very much. Thank you, bro. I don't know if Brother Collins or Brother Oliver, you got something else to say, or should I move forward?
Yeah, move forward.
Okay.
We're good.
Thank you very much. Talking about Brother Andy, big bro, time with Andy Bex. Give us more information then, bro.
Hi, guys. The trouble is coming up with new ideas each and every week, but something that Ash told us the other day really struck a chord with me and was about a very simple idea. We're going to have the facility, once OMail is up and running, for us to be able to send emails out, templates to every single one of our contacts, because we can import our contacts into OMail. So if that's the case, then this email can send out, I'm now using OMail, check it out, here's a link, type touch. It's going to give you, again, more opportunity. Now, what Bob said about the spam, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, what I've been trying to do over the course of the last few days is actually add to my contact lists on Gmail and Yahoo and all of the other email addresses that I've got in the background, just taking details from some of the spam that I've been getting, along with pretty much every single email that I've got, because a lot of these aren't in my contacts list. So make sure they are. And you could add another 50 or 100 people to your list. Make it nice and simple. I actually managed to get together with my son today, and I asked him a simple question, and that was, how many friends has he got on Facebook? And then I rephrased it and said, how many people have actually linked to you? Because they're not friends, but how many people have you got on Facebook? And he said, just over 2,500. So I said, you've got 2,500 customers. How's that? That doesn't work. That's not, no, it doesn't work. I said, look, think about this very simply. This is going to go viral. And when it does, what we need to do is to be in the position that we can take full advantage of it. So as Marty has said before, low-hanging fruit. This is nice and simple. You're going to get the templates. We're going to be able to simply send out to every single one of our friends, put a survey in Facebook. Do you like Facebook? Don't you? Okay, we've got an alternative. Why not join already well over 1 million people that have found a correction to the corruption? Now, if you've taken on, let's say he's got 2,500 friends and he takes on 500 of those, they're going to tell their friends and their friends are going to tell their friends and so on. This is just going to grow. But going back to the email, nice and straightforward, nice and simple. Add as many potential contacts as you can over the course of the next couple of weeks, because guys, when we go across to OMAL and everything switched across, you're going to want to bin your Gmail, your AOL, your Hotmail, your Yahoo, everything. So make sure that you've moved or you've got a copy of your contact list, because once you've got that copy, everything gets moved across into OMAL. That's the only one you're going to need. How many of you know of another email service that does speech to text and text to speech? None. Well, a lot of us are busy. Some of us aren't, but a lot of us are busy. Red's always busy. And Lynn, I don't know how she has time for anything else, but she's going to want to listen to her emails. This is the best email facility we've ever seen. So make use of it. Make use of your contacts. Add to your contacts list over the course of the next couple of weeks. And if you guys are on LinkedIn, take the emails out, extract the emails out of the contacts that you've got in LinkedIn and put them in your contacts list in your email. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Brother Andy. Thank you very much. Big brother, your hand is up. Do you want to add something, right?
Yeah, not add something to what Andy said, just to confirm and also filter down what we've been told from above about the word blesser. Okay, obviously this was something that came up that Ash brought up on one of the webinars, that he didn't like the word sponsor, and we were trying to figure out a new word that we were going to use instead of sponsor, and he came up with the word blesser. More news on that is that we are not going to use the word blesser, okay, mainly because it has more of a religious connotation and other things, and it's not really in keeping with what we're trying to do as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. Have we got an alternative name at the moment? No, we haven't. But just for your information here, we are not going to be using the word blesser instead of sponsor. There will be another word. Hasn't been finalized, hasn't been decided as yet. So obviously moving forward, if we can all sort of move away from using the word blesser, please. Okay, continue using the word sponsor for now, and until we're told of the new name that we're going to be using collectively, carry on with that. Just thought I'd bring that up. Thank you so much, Jocelyn.
Thank you very much, right? At least we got another name for that, so that's fine.
Well understood, right? Thank you. Well understood.
Thank you very much. Well, that's it for me for now. We are moving to Q&A season, and we got our two beautiful sisters, Sister Fumi, Sister Comfort. Over to you, sis.
Thank you, Sister Jocelyn. Greetings once again, family. It's always a pleasure being here, being at the right place, at the right time, for the right purpose, and of course with the right people. Thank you, great leaders, for all the updates. It's been a hectic week. I don't know whether hectic or exciting. It's been a great week, and we all did really well. We appreciate everyone for all you're doing. Everybody's becoming omnipresent, because when you go to MFA, you see the same people. You go to Pakistan, you see the same people. You come to Heroes, you see the same people. I think that is the spirit that will take this journey to its right end, or to wherever we're taking it to. So I really appreciate. So thank you once again for the updates. And of course, I'm always with my sister Fumi. Sis.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right. That was quick. That was really quick. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Let's just move on really quick. Also, we want to make it a free flow, right? We want to give room to everybody. What do you have in mind? Do you have a great contribution? Is there anything the CEO said last Thursday that you would like to share? Do you have a question? What would we cannot address here are questions pertaining to back office, my email, my password, my back office. We would not be attending to that. But if you have any question with help or we want to know, get advice like what our brother Andy just said and stuff like that, marketing and stuff, let's go for it. How you want to get yourself get more knowledge from what sources, let's know. Or just ask questions, but please let's not do proprietary stuff here. So
I was about to say that.
Yeah. So I think I can still give, let's give, it's been a while, Brother Tony, you've not spoken. Maybe let's hear from you too. Do you have a comment to make? Let's give you the honor to open the session before we let our other people go. So if you have a question, a contribution, just raise your hand and of course we'll come to you. Brother Tony, you may unmute yourself, please.
Let's go ahead with the questions and Sister Comfort. I don't have anything to add at this particular point, but I can help answer the questions.
All right, thank you. So I have a quick one for our brothers in the house before we move on. Red just said earlier on that our tech team is very busy. Thanks be to them again. God bless them. And what we just heard, I almost gasped, is that they are going back again to our older websites like from Link 69, and they are upgrading it. Is there a need to upgrade it when we have new ones? Like we're going on three per week now. So what's the need for upgrading these websites or these links, which we thought were already obsolete because we have new ones coming on every week? Brother Collins, Brother Oliver, Brother Bob, anybody who's motivated, please. Brother Vincent.
I think Red want to answer.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. It's purely because everything that's been designed so far with the links in our back office are going to be part of the hundreds, thousands, millions of different generic web pages that we will be having as our websites through our domain names. Now, obviously, to give the best possible impact that is expected from ONPASSIVE as far as the customer is concerned, they want to have the best visual experience to the person who's looking at that website. They've all been designed so that they can be reused. Remember, Ash told us that 1.4 million founders are not going to have the same website. He's trying to make sure that 1.4 million people all have a different website every single day. That rotation of 1.4 million people plus loads and loads of more people and the resellers are all going to have different websites each day. So a big library of web pages have to be designed, but they also have to be up to scratch. They also have to be of a design and nature that is acceptable to the company, that they are happy to use out there in the marketplace. And purely and simply, yes, they've been designed, yes, they've been used, and yes, they were usable, feasible at the time, but look how much better our websites are now. So whilst they have the ability, the time and the resources, they are circling back round to upgrade these old websites, bring them back up to a standard that is acceptable from the company and be usable for us, the founders, and the business itself, so that we can use these and they can be used within the advertising campaigns that they're going to be pushing out there through our domain names. Hope that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, thank you. It's very interesting to know that they are recyclable, because we thought that, okay, maybe those ones are just good for the bin. Wow, those people are, I think they're doing a wonderful job. I don't just want to imagine how they do it, but we can't appreciate them enough. So let's hear from our big brother Bruce in the house. I'm just asking you to unmute now, please.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. I want to say, first of all, I love and appreciate you all for everything you've done. Read your updates are always spot on, and thank you for that. So I had a couple of questions, one for Andy and probably one for Red too. Andy, you had mentioned your emails and our all that we have in our databases. But I'm in OMail now, and if I hit contacts, it just says no contacts. So is that because OMail is not operational yet?
Bruce. Yeah, absolutely, Bruce. We're just playing with the beta testing, so it's nowhere near what will actually be released onto the market. It is simply a baseline product for us to play with. That, you know, there's not even a spell checker on there, to be fair, but the real one will have absolutely everything we need and far more than we can imagine. So I would not transfer my contacts today onto the existing OMail. Wait until the release of the full product, Bruce.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Now, Red, with the website changing every day, a long time ago, one of the people on another website said the great thing is that every day your website is going to change and you don't have to do anything about that because it will automatically change. I've seen on OTrim, if I take OTrim, in other words, if I have a customized name for OTrim, I shouldn't have to do that anymore because it'll all change over. Is that correct?
No, is the answer. OTrim will be, if you trim any URL, okay, that URL for that web page is going to stay the same. So exactly the same now. This is the you're getting confused with the dedicated links in your back office to the domain name and website. Completely different things, Bruce. Your domain name and website, okay, is designed so that will auto refresh every 24 hours with a new web page on it, okay, because the URL for your domain name stays the same. And what the company are going to do is they will refresh that web page for you on your behalf. But if you have a one of the links in your back office that you particularly like for a particular web page, like you have at the moment, and you want to send that specific one in the future, for instance, there will be one of the web pages that is designed purely and simply to expose OConnect or any other products, or OTrim or OTracker or whatever, you know, and they'll have loads, not just one, they'll have loads that are specific for that one product. So if you want to send somebody information on OConnect, for instance, you will have that link still in your back office that you can trim, that you can send it over to that person if you wish. But as far as your domain name is concerned, that is attached to your website, that is a completely different thing. That is on a rotate, that is refreshed and rotated by the company on your behalf without you having to touch it, because it'll be looking like when you go to onpassive.com right now, okay, you plug in onpassive.com. Today, we are seeing the website that was put there on Friday. You go to onpassive.com on Monday, you're going to see a different website. You go to onpassive.com on Wednesday, you see a different website. Onpassive.com on Friday, you see a different website. Your domain name is going to be exactly the same. Let's say, for instance, it's called brucegerstein.com. Okay. Whenever someone goes to brucegerstein.com, whether it be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever it is, every single time or every different day they go there, you will have a different web page there because it is put there by the company. But as far as the trim part is concerned, if you trimmed your domain name, that's going to change all the time. Okay, but you don't need to, because your domain name is what you're trying to advertise anyway, so you don't want to trim that. Does that make
So-
sense, Bruce?
So when we're sending it out, we want to see the tracking, so to speak, of what
But
countries.
you wouldn't need to do that anyway, because if you buy O Tracker, okay, that does all that for you, my friend.
Right. Okay. So basically, all we have to do is sit back. Well, we should be talking to people, but
Remember what Ash Mufareh said, Bruce. He said, every step of this journey, every single product, you will be given information. You'll be given videos on how to use them. You'll be given information on how they all work. Okay. At the moment, I am getting so many people reaching out to me saying, what about this? What about that? You know, how's this going to work? What happens if this? All the rest of it. We need to sort of just take a little bit of a step back at the moment and just wait for us to see what it is. Because one thing's for sure, the company is going to tell us how it all works, what happens, okay, in good time. They're going to give us videos. They're going to tell us, we will help you through it, and all the rest of it. So I wouldn't worry. This is why I keep saying to so many people, and Andy and Oliver and all the rest of them have said exactly the same. Spend this time at the moment getting ready. Okay, get yourselves ready, build the lists, you know, all these sort of things. That's what you should be doing now, because you want to utilize this time to give yourself the best opportunity that when you have your referral links, when you've activated your account, when we have everything in place, then you can get busy and then you can get to work. Because otherwise you're going to be doing what you could have done now, then, and you know, it's the other way around. But don't worry about it, Bruce. The websites are going to change every day on your webpage, and the links are going to be there as well.
So basically, it comes down to sit back, relax, and just follow the leader.
100%. Marty, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I was just going to add a couple things. As far as contacts go, you don't need to move contacts at all. When OMail is ready, you write from the email that you're at to the people that where it came from, and then their response will be in your response, which says you can belong to this, and it will take you to OMail. You don't want to put them in OMail because they're not going to recognize who you are. Take them from where they came from, even a spammer, and in that email say, look, I'll no longer be at this address because of blank, blank, blank. I now use this because of blank, blank, blank. And you can too. Click here or whatever. When they do, now they're coming to you in OMail. You don't have to move people. I wouldn't move people anyway, because then you got to figure out who they are, and they, you know, you want people that want to be there. So if they check and say, well, I'd like to try a new email, it's already there. They're already in your contact in OMail. You don't need to move them. And like Red said, the media center that Ash has is the best in the world. He told me when he walked in and talked to them, he was blown away. Ash doesn't get blown away. So they're very, very good. He spoke to the actors, the people that do the videos, and anything you need. And look, don't judge anything you see in O Founders to what it's going to be in ONPASSIVE, because it's nothing like that. Nothing. Little bug here, little bug there. No, those days are gone. Those things are being done now in a site we can't even see. They'll go, they're going to click a button, there'll be a video there, professional actor, actress, or whatever, explaining that product in about 2 or 3 minutes. Anybody will understand it. It's beautiful. All this is going to be done for us. So,
right, all the templates will be here from ONPASSIVE. Right, Marty, all the templates are coming from ONPASSIVE.
All the what?
All the invitations, so to speak. The notices of OMail, ONET.
Well, I mean, they'll all be there for you to use. What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
all of my contacts. I have many, many emails, many, 50 in Gmail, by the way. If I send it, I'm going to send them the information. Hey, look, don't try to contact me here anymore. In fact, here's what I'm really going to do. I'm going to go to my email and I'm going to set up on vacation. I'm away. I'm going to set up an autoresponder in Gmail that automatically tells them where I'm at. Right? I don't have to be there to answer at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. As soon as they click it, they're going to get a notification about OMail because you can set it up on automation. You could do it now, but this way you just have the information about OMail and maybe 4 or 5 different email accounts, and it's going on 24/7. You'll slowly be bringing people in without even doing it manually. That's already in your Gmail.
Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Red. Appreciate you, Andy, and Comfort, and everybody else here, and me, and of course, Sister Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you. Sister Fumi, let me call our brother Rajendra. So see if you have
Sorry,
anything after this.
before you take them, because Brian Marty, you said something about taking not moving the contacts, because I'm getting a bit not understanding that. I'm getting a bit confused there. So does it mean that you send the email straight from the current emails addresses that you have right now?
That's how I'm going to do it. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because if you moved all the contacts, I'm not talking about spam contacts. I'm talking about contacts of people you know. And you go to OMail, they don't know who you are. They may not open it.
Yes.
But if you write them and say, this is Marty, they're going to know because it's Gmail or Yahoo or whatever. Then give them the information and let them come to you because they want to, which is going to make it easier. Then they'll be in there every day. You wake up and there'll be 4 or 5 more people in your OMail.
Okay. Thank you.
That's how I would do it. Anyway.
Thank you. Thanks.
I think this is still around that. Even if the question has been answered, let's just do it for emphasis so that everybody can retain something. So like now, I know a few people, I don't want to call my sister's name, but she has done a few, like she has already written like to a few people say, this is my new email. I no longer use Gmail and so on. Is it the right thing to do it now, or do we wait until we're ready?
I would wait. Like Red said, here's why. The OMail that we see now is not going to be what we have. And they might reset it. And if they reset it, everything we've done in OMail probably won't be there because it's a different animal. But I don't know that. But I wouldn't take that chance. I would wait just until it launches and then start doing the process that we talked about here. I could be wrong. They could stay there and she could be fine. I just would say from here on out, wait until we know the OMail that we're really gonna have is ready.
Right. All right. Thank you for the clarification. All right. Let's hear from our brother Rajendra Agrawal from India. Bro, you're welcome. I'll just ask you to unmute. All right. You just muted yourself again. I've just asked you to unmute now.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Comfort, for welcoming me. And actually, I don't have a question. I just want to contribute something. Yesterday, I was on this Missionaries for Africa webinar, and there I was listening to all the African friends talking about the difficulties they are facing in Africa and what they want to do about that. And then we had Mr. Ash Mufareh coming in and Mr. Muhammad Kamal coming in and giving us some updates about that. So first of all, I was really surprised to hear Mr. Ash talk about things what he's already doing and regarding the upliftment of Africa. And they have already started this work through ONPASSIVE, and we don't know about it. So just yesterday we just came to know about that. And what I would like to say that yes, in developing countries, there are 5 basic needs what we need to look at. That's first is food, then there is a clean water to drink, medical for everyone, and then there is the education and shelter. So these are the 5 basic needs a human being needs to live a good life. So in that way, ONPASSIVE already through the able guidance of Mr. Ash Mufareh, it's been started. So we founders now need to walk in the footsteps of Mr. Ash Mufareh, because as we always, it's a cliche that we will get income through ONPASSIVE. That's there. So we do not need to think about money as a legacy, which we want to give it to our next generations. Money is a tool or a product here in ONPASSIVE. The main legacy here is humanity. So we need to think alike as Mr. Ash Mufareh is doing. Like, he's a selfless person. So we also need, as founders, we need to become a selfless people and contribute. And if we all put together and join hands in what Mr. Ash Mufareh is doing, and we join hands in his mission, I think we will do things much faster, and it will be very much easier for us to accomplish. And overall, ONPASSIVE will be known throughout the world, and everybody will come and join ONPASSIVE, not only for money but for this welfare, this humanity thing which ONPASSIVE is trying to do, because it's totally different. It's not like any other company. It's already totally different. The mindset is totally different. And Mr. Ash Mufareh, he is a genius, super intelligent person with a generous heart, a selfless person. So I think we all founders not only just think about money or just building team and how we'll get money. That's fine. We will get it. But we also need to think about what we can contribute back to the society, back to our community. That's what I would like to say. And I would like to thank you. Now I would like to thank all the leaders here who are attending, and good night.
Wow. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you for bringing that up. That was really powerful, and you got everything really right. Thank you so much. I think this is just a love that we all need, and it's working out really well. Sister Pumi, do you have something, please?
Not at all.
All right. Let's discuss this. What our brother Rajendra just said. Leaders, I think let's stay on this for a few minutes, because it's important. Because even me, at times I have this fear. People promise a lot of stuff because our hands are still not yet full. But then when the apples are here, we'll forget a lot of promises we made to ourselves and to the people that are looking up to us. I know I might not forget because my roof is on fire anyway. I'll surely do what I'm planning to do. So what does he mean? Let's share so that people will pick up something and hold on to, right? Walking in the steps of Mr. Ash Mufareh, because we're actually heading to somewhere. He has a reason for making us part of this. So what does it mean for us walking in his steps? Leaders, just go. Anybody who's motivated, let's discuss this, because a lot of people we need to educate ourselves now. All right.
Come on, somebody must say something.
Sure, let somebody say something.
But I was going to say, from what he said there, basically when we came into ONPASSIVE, the first thing that struck my heart was the fact that our leader and brother and friend said he's looking for at least Mother Teresa's. And for me, the picture of Mother Teresa is a picture of someone that was selfless. She didn't have much, but out of that which she had, she was able to give and do a lot of things and help a lot of families. So when we're looking at that, walking in his footsteps means that you put at the center of your heart that you are not just here just for yourself, but most importantly, as much as you are not here for yourself, you need to be in a position where you put yourself out there to be able to help other people, because that's very important. And I can agree with you. What you said, Sister Comfort, money has a different language and a different music that it plays when people see it. It plays that sound and they begin to dance, and I'm telling you, they forget about everything else. So it's very important to deliberately choose and decide, how would I put it? To deliberately decide and make sure that you don't step out of line out of line of what he has said. Yes, that is working in line with what he has said. He said he wanted a million Mother Teresas. So what is a million Mother Teresas? He's explained this had blesses at the center of what we are doing. So we need to take it on from there and actually do it.
Perfect. Sis, thank you so much. Thanks. Let's hear from Red, please.
Okay, I'll throw my hat into this conversation, no problem. Right, let's not get away from one thing here. I challenge anybody here that every single one of us, when we first looked at ONPASSIVE, what were we thinking? Money.
Money.
Okay, every single one of us, when we first looked at ONPASSIVE, we were looking at ONPASSIVE as a way to earn a few more extra money, however it may be. That's the initial thing that every single one of us looked at ONPASSIVE for, right? And I challenge anybody to say different. But what happens with us as ONPASSIVIANS over our journey? We become more motivated, more dreamers, thinkers. We take on board what is taught to us. We follow our CEO and his teachings of what he is trying to achieve, and we take all this on board. He has openly said, I want you to look after yourself and your families first. That means fill your pockets first, guys. Look after yourselves first, right? That means get yourself into a financially comfortable position. That means buy the house, buy the car, go on holiday, get the clothes, whatever it may be, to make yourself comfortable, right? But what he does want us to do is, when we have our own individual abundance from ourselves for our families, then he wants us to go out and do good. Okay, now everybody is different, right? The car I want is not the car that Andy wants. The house I want is not the house that Marty wants. The holiday I want is not the one that Collins wants to go on. So we are all individual and we are all different. But what he's trying to do is to say that once you are full to the expectation of where you want to be, then do some good. Now, also remember, on the top of all this is, we have to pay our taxes. We have to declare and pay our taxes on our income that we are earning from this legal and legitimate company that's called ONPASSIVE. What is the best way of not paying taxes? Andy Burks knows this. Okay. Charitable donations are tax offset. So it makes perfect sense to reduce your tax threshold by doing some good. So all of these things in combination are all pointing towards what we are trying to achieve. We are trying to achieve financial stability for ourselves and our family and people around us. But we are also trying to achieve good by giving back to whatever we want to give back to. Whatever is your thing. Mine, I know, is going to be help the heroes. You know, I'm an ex-vet, so that is my passion. That is the way I am looking to do. That's the cause that I want to help, because certainly in the UK, a vast majority of the people who are on the streets are ex-vets because their mental health. You know, MFA, which we saw yesterday, what a great cause. But that's their passion. That's what they want to do. And you know, things around your own communities, all these sort of things is, what is your bag of what you want to give to? So I think it's very important to not get away from raw facts at the end of the day. And the raw facts are, we're going to look after ourselves first. Then once we've looked after ourselves, then we are going to go out and do good. How many cars do you want? How many houses do you want? You know, This is the type of abundance that we are going to get from ONPASSIVE, guys. Okay, our boots will be full, and then we can go and do some good. Is it going to happen overnight? No, it's not. But it is going to happen, and that is the main core thing. Anyway, I've said my bit.
Sure, I'm just happy, Red. I think I'm happy I brought this up because we're going to hear from various perspectives, and you've just hit the bottom of it by letting people know you don't just want to wake up the next morning, the lunch, then and tomorrow you start going out to take care of those. You fill your tank first. That is, I think we all know this, and you are just reiterating it. We appreciate. Let's hear from our brother, Mr. Mana.
Thank you, Comfort. Red, you just said it. Oh, because you said I was just laughing because it is true. You know, I always have a say that a hungry man cannot feed a hungry man. Only someone who is full, you know, stomach-wise can feed someone. Because how many times have we just look at it and say, I wish I have enough to give out. And sometimes you try, but your best is not really enough. You know, you always want to look after yourself, and then you start to think that is human nature. It is true. You know, no matter how it is, as Red said, all of us came because we want to have that set of financial freedom. And as Red, again, we have to fill our tank, make sure our children around us, our family needs are being taken care of. You know, you free your own debt, then you can start to look around and say, okay, what can I do for my community? And it's a long way to go because ONPASSIVE is a journey. You know, it's really a big journey, and it's step by step. You can do because normally, how many people die on this planet Earth because they cannot meet with their need? Because sometimes your want is not your need. Basic things like you get up in the morning, like in the UK, you see brown envelope, you just scared because you say, what again? Oh, maybe there's too much bill coming. But when you start to look at things where you can pay all of those bills, you even pray for the government to bring more bills because you have enough to pay. You know, you'll be going knocking the tax office. I hope you know, is that something you need or you want me to pay more? You know, it's just something. You are happy when you get up in the morning. So this is the thing. Honestly, it is the honest truth. We have to look after ourselves, and then you'll be able to look after your community. That's the bottom line.
Okay. All right. So I'll hear. Thank you, bro. Thanks for the great contribution. I'll hear from Mayen and then Brother Tony. The last person to speak on this would be Merit Wrist. And then I have another question which connects to just what you have said. It's important. Please don't go. Stay for a few more minutes. Let's have this done. So, Sister Mayen, please, if you can unmute yourself. Oh, I'm asking you to unmute. I don't know what. All right. Correct.
Can you hear me now? Okay,
yes,
that's fine. That's yeah, very true. I've actually heard everything everybody has said, and it's so true. Comfort, your question was very, very realistic when you asked, you know, because the first thing that came to mind was, yes, now when the money, just like Red said, when you have all the money and yeah, you want to fill out your own tank, first of all, before assisting anybody. You know, the first thing that came to mind was the idea of what money can do, right? And the issue is there's a tendency of you having so much money and at the same time becoming very arrogant because of this money, you know. So it's a very dicey thing. Money itself is evil, I would say so. It's a necessity, but it's a big evil. So it's so important when you have this money, you know, you have to be very careful because you can easily derail. There's a very easy tendency of derailing. One will be pomposity would come in, you know, particularly if you're someone that has never experienced such amount of money. That tendency, that pride, that the motivation of being completely eroded. You feel so big, you become so, so pompous, you know, you tend to look down on people that don't have, you know, that will definitely come up. Wow. Why? Because the money is so much, you know, so you feel you've done it well and you're ready to oppress anybody, you know. This is a big, for me, it is a big, big thing. You know, that's why I'm coming in as an advice. Okay, I'm bringing it in as an advice to people. There's a very easy tendency of derailing when there's so much money with you, you know, so we have to be very comfortable, very, very prepared, you know, to tailor our minds onto what the goals we have already started with.
Right.
If the fact that we have the thoughts of, you know, knowing fully well that this money is going to meet all our needs, we have to be there also. Remember, we have to have our focus. What is the reason why I'm here? Why am I in ONPASSIVE? Am I in ONPASSIVE because it's just this money that I'm making, or I can meet all my needs, I can give out to anybody? No. ONPASSIVE as a whole, as far as I'm concerned, is all about humanity. So we have to be in that position, you know, we have to be in that position to pull ourselves together.
Right.
If possible, go to God, ask him, what can I do? Oh Lord, please help me not to derail, because it's very easy to do that. So that's the little I want to chip in here.
Little but much. Sis, thank you. Thank you so much for the great contribution. All right, let's hear from our brother, Tony.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. Yeah, what was the question? It was how
No, we were just trying to discuss how we would like to emulate what our leader, Mr. Ash Mufareh, is doing. Right. He's a humanitarian par excellence. He's on the stuff. So how do we go about this?
I get it now. Thank you. Obviously, Ash has done very well financially. He's a very successful person. He knows what it's like to have a lot of money. Money in of itself is not evil. It's just paper and coin. It's the perception, it's the mindset of someone that makes it evil. Okay, not the money itself. Money can also, yes, it can actually derail you. It can make you, but the thing is, I believe that if you're a good person and you happen to have money, you just become a good person with more money. That's pretty much the way I look at it. What happens is, after a while, when you do have a lot of money, because money buys experiences. A lot of money buys experiences that most people cannot afford. For example, you can buy a trip on a private jet, okay? But it gets to a certain point where it becomes monotonous by having all these luxuries, you know, day in and day out. So you become wiser as time progresses, and you start to think to yourself, okay, what can I do with this money to help humanity? Instead of paying $80,000 for that private jet, maybe I can pay off my cousin's mortgage with that 80 grand or something like that. You see what I'm saying? You start to realize, okay, I'm having a great old time. It's been going on for a long time. It's monotonous. Now I need to do something different and help humanity the best way I can. And when you help humanity, instead of actually spending that money on a Lamborghini or a private jet or whatever, which is fine. If you turn that around and you start to help people, what it does is it creates oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, which are natural hormones that strengthens up your immune system. Okay, now you're a healthier person, you feel fantastic, and you feel a heck of a lot better helping people than spending that money on a private jet or a Lamborghini or a mansion or whatever. So, I mean, you can do both, but at the end of the day, try to help as many people as you can. That's what we're all about, and that's what Ash is all about. And he's the beacon of light that's taken us to that mindset. Mm-hmm. He's trying to create a mindset right now through ONPASSIVE with all the founders that are here, his mindset, which is help humanity first. People first, not profits first, right? It's been profits before people for the longest time, and now we have to turn that around. That's why he says we are the correction to the corruption, because we are now putting people first instead of profits. So that's all I have to say, Sister Comfort. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Brother Tony. That was a brilliant contribution as well. Let's hear from Merit, please.
I think she's put her hand down, Sister Comfort.
She is still here and she has unmuted herself. Can you speak, Merit?
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hi. Can you see me?
I can't see you, but I can hear that you are speaking.
Okay. I get the message you cannot start your video because the host has disabled it. I don't know why.
All right. Okay, carry on. But we saw you already that you're a very beautiful woman and you're on Passivians.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right.
But all I want to say is just like, I so agree with everything, and everything is for the people. I'm so in it for everybody in the whole world. Like, I think it's such a great opportunity to have this, and I'm so grateful to be part of it. Like, I once saved up a lot of money and I wanted to go to Africa to save the animals. But unfortunately, I had a boyfriend who got sick, so I had to spend more money on him. But yeah, I hope that everybody just wants to keep give to people and have their best heart and just do their best. I just love what you do, and I'm thankful for being part of all this, and I love to hear what all of you are saying, and it's just amazing.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much, sis. Thanks for coming. Okay, let's hear from Red, and then Brother Bob. It's hard to say no. After the Sister Maya, I'm going to start the new question because I badly want this answered. It's a very sweet thing to discuss now when we have all our great leaders in the house. Bro.
Yeah, thanks. I just wanted to actually come off the back of what Sister Maya was saying about people getting distracted by money. Now, let's be clear about ONPASSIVE and how the money is going to come to us. There will be a very, very small percentage of people who wake up on launch or when it's activation who will make sizable amounts of money. But that is such a small percentage of the foundership that will have that. The majority of the people, okay, it will be a journey, a continuation, okay, of how this money is going to come into them. It's not like you're going to wake up one morning, you've won the lottery, and all of a sudden 100 grand is going to drop on your laps and you go, woohoo, and go a bit crazy. You know, the reason I'm bringing this up is because when you get trickle fed, okay, and your finances over time get better and better and better and better, you become more attuned and more accustomed to having that money. So you're not going to go crazy, okay? It is something that is building. It is something that you are working towards, as opposed to having a load of money all at the same time. Are we going to be financially stable? Yes, we all are, but it is going to be over a period of time. It's not going to be dropped on our laps overnight. So as far as people not going a bit crazy with money, I think what we have in place and how we all are as a community, as a movement, we are going to teach ourselves and continue to reiterate about the journey of what ONPASSIVE is all about the giving, about looking after people and all the rest of it. This is always going to be part and parcel of it. People aren't just going to switch off like that when they start getting money, because it's not going to be a big amount straight off. Our people are going to make a lot of money from word go. Yeah, there is going to be people, but they are going to be such a small percentage. So I think we need to be mindful that I personally don't think that the majority are going to go crazy. Of course, there's going to be people who are going to, you know, want big and expensive things, and that's absolutely fine, you know. But you can only you know, but you can only have one of them at the end of the day, you know. And once you've got the one, then you can move on to doing something better and good. So I just wanted to chuck that in to say that it's not like winning the lottery and you're going to be getting 100 grand dropped on your lap, okay, and then everyone's going to go crazy. It is going to be a building of money. Okay, back to you.
Yes, thank you. Thanks so much.
Hey, Comfort, before you get off of this, though, I do want to add something, okay? So go ahead and do what you're doing, but I want to add something to what Red said.
All right, Brother Bob.
Then why don't I yield to Brother Marty to just so he doesn't lose his thought? No problem.
Okay, here's one thing about ONPASSIVE that is a plus. What we do and don't do with the money and all that, you know. Listen, I believe some people that are so-called angels and in that group that when the money comes in, some of the wings will fall off and the halos may not make it for the ride, right? I mean, that could happen. I do believe that because ONPASSIVE was built the way it was and that the culture of ONPASSIVE is the way it is, Ash Mufareh drew people who are like him. So part of the vetting is already done. I'm surrounded by people here that I feel, yeah, after their pockets are full and all that, like Red said, we're going to give. I believe that with all my heart. But I think the actual foundation was already built that way. I know there's friends that are not friends, acquaintances that I know that are big marketers. They're not thinking about giving it all. I mean, maybe they will later, but the culture we have is not necessarily going to keep going with everybody that comes in. There'll be people that are absolutely business, don't care about anything else, boom, boom, boom. That's sad, but I think the people in the core part of ONPASSIVE, us, are here because we are that type of person. We want to give. You fill up your pocket, you get what you want. You might want to change your address. You might want a car that's this decade. And then you take care of that. Then you take care of blessing people whenever you can. I would do that before broke, and I'll do it when I have money. I think you are who you are, and it enhances it. So if you're a butt wipe and you have money, you're a big butt wipe. If you're an idiot and you have a lot of money, you're a big idiot. And I've seen it my whole life, people that you are who you are. But I've also never seen this many people in this many webinars that have a heart like everybody here. So part of the vetting was done through the building of ONPASSIVE, because listen, if someone comes in right now, if their founder position was open and they see how we are and how we talk and what we're doing, they would ask for the 97 back because they've already done it. They don't feel comfortable with the movement or the way we talk and all. I understand that. But there's a lot of people that come in that they want the money, they want the Lamborghini, they want, I mean, it is the way it is. But I think a lot of that, at least for us, in most cases, are going to fill their pockets, take care of their gas tank, fill up this stuff. You know, Jane come up with a word about a year and a half ago, mugly, ugly money. And that's what, and they know. I mean, I think they have relatives that have money and they're not necessarily that nice. But I've met a lot of people that have money. I know somebody that's a multi-millionaire, one of the most generous people I've ever met. His name's Ash Mufareh. So it didn't hurt him. In fact, it enhanced his personal life. Now he wants to give it back. And I think now we have a lot of miniature Ash Mufareh. So that's what I could have just said that in the beginning, cut through all this crap. But anyway, that's all I got.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm just so happy that we discussed this. So, and there are very positive contributions too. And I can equally testify that when you listen to people, you can see it through their hearts that there are many genuine people and this job is going to be done. I'm seeing many hands popping up. If you can bear with me, let's do, I don't know whether we're doing two together because this needs to be discussed. Earlier on, when Red started, I don't know, for some reason, he kept reading my mind, but we will still discuss this. You started by saying, you know, these apples, they're not just going to happen all overnight. Marty has confirmed, Collins also mentioned that. I just want us to use a few minutes to discuss the fact that ONPASSIVE is not a get-rich-quick scheme. this will help a lot because people already have dates when they know that ONPASSIVE is going to launch. And they already said, some people already know figures that on this day when they launch, you are going to have this much and so on. And that's getting people confused. So if we can, please, let's discuss and clarify to our people that ONPASSIVE, as massive as it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Brother Andy, am I making sense here? He's not here.
Absolutely, yes, I am. Sorry. Absolutely, it's not a get-rich scheme. This is the get-rich scheme. This is a customer-based business, and it's going to build over time. Yes, it's going to help if you already have customers in your database, but this is why every Sunday we give you little ideas to grow that business potentially without even having to worry about what the company is going to do. Bearing in mind, the company is going to do the vast majority of the heavy lifting for you. You've heard me go through the numbers over the months. Things change and things morph. You know, we're part of a rotator, and that rotator is going to see a lot of clicking when we get into what's the sporting event next month. Things will change, so that rotator will start to see returns for us. What I do is give you stuff to, or give you ideas, hopefully, that will help you enhance what you do. You can sit back and let the company do it if you want to. I don't, because I want to build an income quicker. We've all said about, and Red is quite right, we all joined this for the money, and don't tell me anyone hasn't, because that's rubbish. But the key here is that Ash Mufareh has changed our mindset, as Tony has mentioned, as Red has mentioned, and Marty has mentioned. That change in mindset makes a hell of a difference, and we are no longer going to be muggly. You know, Mayer said it, money is the root of all evil. It's not. What the mindset change that's happened with Ash, that has shown us a different way,
right,
gives us that different mindset and makes us not be muggly, as Red puts it and as Marty puts it.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I think that was brilliant. We really appreciate. Let's hear from our sister, Miriam Vberg.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
On the subject of money, I've heard it time and time again. Okay, the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. All right. Well, if you've ever heard it, there's a saying that says money magnifies who the person already is. So if you're a person that's all about you, me, money's just going to magnify that even more in your life. If you're a person that's about giving and helping and reaching out to others, then money for you is just going to be another way to help others. And that's it. That's how I see it. I truly believe that. So it magnifies who you already are.
All right.
That's what money does.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So please, I'm calling you now, hoping that we go back again. I just want to redirect us to the fact that ONPASSIVE is not a get rich quick. We don't launch today and you become a millionaire tomorrow. However, your success is guaranteed. Abdul Raham, please. Hello, Abdul. Abdul, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you please switch off your camera so that it gives you a bit more bandwidth, please? We know you're calling from home. Can you switch off your video? Perfect. You can speak now. Let's see how it goes. Hello? Abdul Raham, are you there? Hello. All right. Let's hope he comes back. While waiting, let's hear from our brother Alex Sojip from Bangladesh. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Alex, we can hear you.
Thank you. I'm really happy to nice this webinar. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited because Ash sir is our power towards success.
Okay.
I'm really proud founder of ONPASSIVE because I am I am very young. My age 21 years. I am successfully man. All founder is very successfully man because all founder is part of ONPASSIVE company founder. ONPASSIVE company is very nice because ONPASSIVE company working for humanity. It's really fantastic. Thank you, Ash Mufareh sir. You are really superhero. Superman, superhero. I love you, Ash Mufareh sir. And all leader is very beautiful person. And all leader is very great working on ONPASSIVE. It's really, I am so happy, and I am also happy because excited days is coming, excited news is coming, and I know all founder is very excited because excited days is coming.
Oh, you're right, Alex. I think we all are very excited. Everybody is on fire because the explosion is soon to take place, like any time from now, right? Thank you. We are proud of you that you are a young person, you are responsible, and of course, you are going to be successful, and your life will never be the same again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Abdul Raham, can you speak now, please? I still advise you turn off your video. That can give you a bit more bandwidth because I still see you freezing. Can you hear me, Abdul? I've just asked you to unmute. Try to unmute and try to speak now. Let's hear, please. Okay, he did mute himself again. Abdul, you need to unmute yourself now. Perfect. So speak, please. Yeah, it's a bit challenging this evening, which we understand. So let's hear from Ezechigoziri Morris. If you can unmute yourself, please.
Oh, good evening, everybody.
Hello, welcome, bro.
Wow, I'm so grateful to have everyone here. This is my first time of speaking on the webinar and see all the founders and leaders. I'm so grateful, and my regards to everyone. Good evening, all of you. Here is Africa, here is Nigeria. My name is Ezechigoziri Morris. I'm speaking from Nigeria. Part is that what I say about ONPASSIVE and how people think about ONPASSIVE, and most especially here in Africa, here in Nigeria. So some people that I assisted to join the founders, and what they always ask me is that, how long are you going to make money from ONPASSIVE, and how long are you going to make money from ONPASSIVE, and how quickly are you going to make money from ONPASSIVE? So they always think about MMM and fast money machine, stuff like that. But I always told them that, I'm sorry, ONPASSIVE is not a fast money giving. And it's all about experience and all about AI and many things that you need to sit down and study. So, and a lot of them keep asking me some questions. So, but I find it difficult to keep educating them about it because many people in Africa, they're difficult to lecture. So, and all they need is give me money, stuff like that. Not all Africans, but many people around me. So now yesterday I also discovered with my friend, close friend, and I told him about ONPASSIVE. Then what he said is that, how long would this thing, I keep telling him about going to launch. I told him, Mel, sorry that you have already lost the funders, but due to the kind of relationship we have, I still have one pending funders that I don't want to fund it because I had enough. I have 4 kids, so I already have each one for my kids, my wife, myself. So I said, I'm okay that I have this one that I want to give it to you to fund it before the company flush it out. He said, how long would the money start coming?
Right.
I said, again, you asked me this question, everybody keep asking me. He said, yeah, he wants to know, and I should prove him wrong. I said, okay.
All right, bro.
Thank you.
Yes, yeah, we appreciate that. And as far as I'm concerned, the important thing here is that you know what you are in, you know exactly where you are heading. Right. Whoever is insisting because they want to know when they are going to launch is none of our business, because what we know is that we are going to launch, and the joy here is not that money that whoever is waiting for, is the journey on its own. And I think you are doing well. I would say be where you are and just keep on doing what you are doing. Educate yourself, educate people who are ready to learn. And that's how we make it to all of the tops as they wait for us. Thank you so much, bro. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, 2 new hands are popping now. Emmanuel Osei. After that, we'll have our sister Lois and Ponza. Emmanuel, can you unmute yourself, please?
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Emmanuel.
Thank you. Oh, hello. Do you hear me?
Yes, please.
Wonderful. Oh, I'm very privileged to come on the heroes today. I'm very, very happy. You see, I'm a Ghanaian, and our CEO, Ash Mufareh, has opened my mind very, very well. In fact, now I'm backing on a project. I want to build a very huge tourist site in my country. And Ash Mufareh has opened my mind even to dream this, to see this vision. Because our CEO is a man of vision. He's a visionary man.
Exactly.
And today, I am very, very, very privileged to be with you on these heroes.
Okay.
We are heroes.
Oh, sure. I'm happy.
Heroes. So I greet MARTY DEGARMO. I always hear him, but I've not gotten opportunity to even speak on any webinar before. I've been hearing you, and I'm very, very happy. God richly bless you, and we know reach the top.
Perfect.
Bye-bye.
Emmanuel, you know what? I think this is your best, one of your best evenings, because you don't just have Marty here, you have REDFERN, you have Andy Burks, you have all the great leaders in the house. So what a wonderful evening. Wonderful. Yes. So thank you. You know what? Mark the time, the same time every week. Just look for this link. Come here. This is your home. This is your family. When you are here, you are rightly a hero, just like you said. Thank you so much for coming. Let's hear from Yvonne Mundi, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Comfort. Thank you, my own sister. And I'm just not going to show my face. I just got out of the hospital and I'm recovering. But thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I am so thrilled. I'm so excited. You know, it's often said that it's not a good thing to give the post of a leadership or something that has to do with money to a slave without mentally training that slave to be able to occupy that position. And it is true, because when you are a slave, you have nothing. You are always striving to get something. And if they don't train you, they take the position like us. Founders and give it to you. When those apples, I don't want to say money start falling, you just want to grab everything to yourself because you were living from a position of lack. So education, academy, we will need to try to educate to change the minds of people. As an international speaker, a published author, and a founder of Building Hopes and Dreams Global and Mundi Academy, it is my passion to use my unique story to help youths particularly young girls who have experienced a lot of struggles in life with education, with direction and a protective alarm, so that they can use what is being given at their disposal, such as ONPASSIVE, to be able to build themselves while building generational wealth and living a life of leadership and purpose, not just for themselves. So I will leave it here, but Sister Kami, I'll put my number there. I would like to get a hold of you. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, all my beautiful brothers and sisters. I'm not going to call names, but Mr. Marty, I'm coming after you too. So thank you, guys. I love you all.
Leave our Marty alone. Nobody should come after him, please. Ask us. You pass through us to get him. Thank you, sis. Thanks so much. That was heartwarming. Thank you. Thanks for coming. So let's hear from Nkafu George. He's the last speaker now. And I'll call on a few leaders to say a few words of wisdom to like crown this up. Then we say good night. So Nkafu George, please kindly don't raise your hand. Please. Thank you. Bro, you can unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself. All right. You can speak now, please.
Hello, Sister Comfort.
Hello, bro. Welcome.
At the panel there, I'm so grateful to share with you people for my first time. What you people have been doing is so great. I just want to appreciate people are doing a very good job. I've been following up from day one, but I did not have that privilege to talk to you people today. So I want to extend greeting to all the leaders, the great leaders, Red, Martin, and the tech group, and you yourself. I don't want to call all names, but I do appreciate what you people are doing. So next time, I'm sure I will bring out my own clarification. I just wish to greet all of you. Thank you.
Oh, really appreciate that, bro. Thank you so very much. Thank you. So now, please, we just want our leaders to say a few stuff in relation to what we have discussed, and then we close the day. So I will call on, let me hear. Yes, please. Sorry,
just to interrupt you.
Sorry, sis.
Just one question here that needs to be addressed. I'm not sure whether it's, just listen. I think it's a bit proprietary. It says, do we know at what point that when a new guest comes to the OBS and make oatmeal and take oatmeal, and then afterwards the EKYC, does the wallet then, are you able to use the wallet then, or can you send money or add a credit card to the wallet to buy some product at that point?
Leaders, what do you think about that question? Do we address it, yes or no? What do you decide is what you go with?
No, I can address that.
All
okay, right. As everything in ONPASSIVE, everything is pretty much automated. So let's break what your question for me is down a little bit. Let's take the wallet, the mail part first. Okay, so what's going to happen is we will activate our accounts. We then have access to the products which are in our activation package that we've paid for. We get the referral links for them and all the rest of it. That's when we start sending those out, or the company gets to work or whatever. So say, for instance, somebody comes into your organization through mail. So they sign up for the free version of mail. You will see them, not only will they drop into your address book in mail, okay, because that's how they've signed in, but it will also show as a member of your organization. And within that, it will have their details. It will also show how they came into your organization. And there will also be I believe it will be a traffic light type of system, like a green or a red, to say if they have activated the KYC part of their they're coming into mail. So say, for instance, they do everything correct within the 72 hours, they have proved that they are a real person, that then will say activated account into mail. Once they've activated their account, then they have access to the whole of the OBS as they see it on the free version. Okay, they will see the other paid versions on tabs there, but they won't be able to click on them unless they want to then pay to have them. They can have a look around it, It will tell them what it is, but they won't be able to use it per se. Wallet is going to be part of what they will have access to when they come in as free. Remember, what did Ash Mufareh said? That you will get 10 credits just for activating your account, whether it be free or not. Okay, so they will see 10 credits dropping into their virtual wallet. Okay, they can use that towards purchase of in-house purchases. So anything within the ONPASSIVE ecosystem, they could put it towards purchasing any of the products or services of ONPASSIVE through their own wallet. Can they transfer the money to somebody else? No, they can't until they have activated it to a certain level. Okay, and then they can transfer from wallet to wallet. But as it stands, the credits that are in there will be able to be used towards purchases of products within the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. I hope that helps.
Yes, Red, but there's the part where it's asking, are they supposed to add a credit card?
Okay, so you're talking then about the KYC. KYC's got nothing to do with adding credit cards or anything like that. KYC is purely to make sure you are a real person. Okay, our CEO has said it's going to be a 2-part eKYC, so that means it's going to be done completely automated by artificial intelligence. I'm not going to say on the public forum what that is because he asked us not to make it public what it's going to be, but it's going to be a 2-part system. Details of payments or banking or anything like that is not part of KYC. Okay, it is purely identification purposes to make sure you are a real person. And so that's the process of that. As far as we need to make sure that we don't get confused with activation of accounts from a founder's point of view or the customer coming in. Okay, they're 2 completely different things. Okay, how we activate our accounts has no reflection whatsoever on how a customer will come into our organization. So they're 2 separate things, but at no point are you going to be asked for any credit card or banking details at that point. You will be asked for withdrawal details. That is part of the O wallet, but you will only be able to do that if there's funds in there for you to be able to withdraw, and then that's when you start filling that part out. It's nothing to do with the initial getting into ONPASSIVE, if that makes sense. Open to the floor for somebody else.
All right.
Thank you very much, Red.
Okay, Sis, are you done?
Yes, someone is already answering the last one there.
All right. I think, yeah, the last 2 things we discussed were important, so I'm just asking Auntie Lynn, if you're there, just make a quick, okay, you'll be the last person. For some reason, I always like to hear you speak the last. So Brother Collins, do you still have maybe a comment to make, Sister Marcienne, and then Lynn, you will speak and hand over to Mama Joycelyn to close the meeting, please.
No comment, Mr. Comfort.
Perfect. Sister Marcienne, 30 seconds max. You're too beautiful today.
Thank you.
Good morning,
good afternoon, good evening. You know what? I am so excited and I'm happy to be here. You know, I say if what we hear again, adding to what our brother REDFERN said, MARTY, all the stuff that they've been telling us this week, if you are not excited, I don't know what is, you have to go back to the hospital and check yourself in. Just ask the doctor, please, can you check me in? Because I don't know what's wrong with me. I am so excited. Get ready with your dancing shoe. We have a few days, we will start be dancing, and that's going to be a part of our new life. I am ready for that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sis. Thanks. Auntie Lynn.
I want to say that I was really pleased with the turnout today, close to 400. And we know not very many people dropped out. People stayed the entire time. what this means to me is that you guys are motivated, you're excited, you want to learn, and you're gaining from our webinar. So that really, really is heartwarming to me. So we hope that you'll join us again next week, because, you know, the pace is picking up. Everybody can feel it. The rocket is taking off, people. So you want to jump on board. You don't want to watch the rocket take off. You want to be on that rocket, right? And enjoying the ride. Thank you.
Thanks so much. That was not like you. You are a bit more fired up today than ever before. Keep it up, sis. Good job. Sister Jocelyn, are you there?
Yes, sis, I'm here.
All right, the mic is yours now and forever.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What a great webinar. Honestly, yesterday and today has been a very great weekend for me, and I think for all the founders. We had a very great webinar yesterday and today too. I'm so excited. Thank you very much, all our LC leaders. Brother Red, thank you very much. Today you have been with us throughout. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Daddy Marty, thank you very much. Our brother Marty was going to be in trouble, but Sister Comfort just saved him.
You dare not.
So much. We love you so much, big brother. We love all of you. Thanks everyone for coming. If today is your first time joining us, you are most welcome. Like our sister said, we do this every Sunday. Whether you are a founder or you are a guest, you'll probably be with us in future to become opportunity to become a reseller. So keep joining us every Sunday until we get to our final destination. And one advice I would say that if you are a founder, you don't need to wait for somebody to update you what is happening right now. 4 years, 4 whole years journey. So if you are a founder and you are still waiting for somebody to brief you what is happening, then I don't see you as a founder. The back office is your office. I would say it's your office. That's where you check all the updates from, and then join all the webinars if you have time, and upgrade yourself until we get to our final destination. Keep checking the back office for any update that is coming up. Thank you all so much for joining us today. And again, on behalf of MFA, I was so emotional yesterday. I keep turning my camera off because I'm always crying when somebody is talking. And I don't know how you felt yesterday. It was so emotional. The great love that is going through all of us, let us keep it up and we'll finally get to our final destination. Auntie Lynn, thank you very much for all your help. And a big thank you to our the sisters that normally do our background for us. Yes. Wow, it's beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you very much. I don't know their names again.
Names
Lynn,
are,
can you mention their name?
Myra, Aquino, and
Thank you very much. So Auntie Lynn, you can unmute everyone.
Oh, also let's give John Barilla a quick moment to say thanks to his crew. You know, they do a lot.
That's important. Thanks, important.
Yes. Brother John, where are you?
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Hi. Thank you very much. Now, I don't have much to add to today because everyone has said so many wonderful things, and I don't think there's anything I could add to that, but I do have some people to thank. Before I thank our regular guardians, I just want to say a couple of folks in the chat were helping us out today as well. Some folks, I don't know their names, but there were people dealing with the emojis. That was great. People chipping in to talk about emojis, but also Tony Monk and Corina Lance helped out a lot today. They usually do. I'd like to thank them today. They were answering questions, and Tony has done that, and Corina, for a long time, especially in this webinar. I want to thank them very much for helping the guardians out. And then I want to thank my guardians who are working very hard in these webinars to keep everything going smoothly and keep the troublemakers away. So very quickly now, I want to thank some folks who are helping us today. MK Kaylee, Yin Yang 444, Casey Zevenbergen, Kashul Pagoo, Raphael St. Germain, Listra Tuach, Myra Kino, Myra, thank you. Bruce Gerstein, Miriam Weberg, Roy Davies, Yakaya Kadem, Rob Gorman, Dave Rosowski, Willie Wonky, Nancy Babcock, and one of our newest guardians, well, we know her as Dr. Benny. And I'll just put it at that because I'm sure everybody knows Dr. Penny. Thank you very much, folks. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
So amazing. You always put a smile in our face.
Yes, he does. And we want to thank John in particular because he guides and he trains and he motivates his crew, and he does a lot of work in that way. Karina, did you want to get on something, Karina, before we
I
end?
just want to say thank you, John. Thank you to all of you guys for being here. And I love you. Like I said, everybody said everything. So you really have nothing more to add. But John, thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. Respect and love you all.
Thank you so much. All right, I think we're ready to go to the gallery, and let's enjoy the beautiful pink background with the, I guess, angel wings. They're lovely, aren't they? All right, so let's go ahead and we can now unmute and then say bye-bye to each other.
Bye. I was the first to say.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
You guys.
Love you, Lynn.
Bye.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, Chris.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Can't wait to meet you all.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Mama, you all you guys are great. Thank you.
Love you, Lynn, ma'am. Take
Bye,
care.
Juanita. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Hiya.
Bye, everyone. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Great job. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you all.
Bye now.
Love you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. We are so excited.
Bye, John.
Bruce.
We are so excited. Love you.
Tony. Nice to see you. Lovely angel wings.
We are so excited.
Wow.
We are so initiative.
Anita.
Hey, Anita.
Bye. Love you all.
Israel. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
Oh, that's me.
Mama
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Vincent.
Oh, goodbye.
And a pretty pink.
Bye.
Hello, bye,
Love you all.
everyone.
Greeting from
Bye to everybody.
Bye, Robinson.
Hey,
Hi,
Sister
everyone.
Lucia.
Yes, it's me. Greetings from Manchester.
Bye,
John.
Hello, John.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Take care of founders and leaders. Yeah, Lynn, ma'am.
Bye.
It's like
Bye,
somebody's calling
everyone.
my name.
Yes.
Bye, Sister Comfort. Sister Comfort.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
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 Emmanuel. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, Robert.
Bye.
Bye, Robert.
Bye, Robert. Bye.
Hi, Robert.
Lynn is going to
See you later, alligator.
Wow, crocodile.
After a while,
Still got
crocodile.
over 200 on there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Goodbye.
People don't
Goodbye.
want to leave.
Bye, Comfort.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Oh, wow.
Bye. Bye. Vincent. Bye, Bob.
Good day, mate. Good day.
Good day, mate. There you going?
Good day, mate.
See you when I see
Bye
you.
now. Bon voyage.
See you, boys.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Good evening.
Bonsoir, monsieur, ça va? That was a serious one, though.